Hey everybody, welcome to World History. We're going to be starting our next chapter on the French Revolution, so go ahead and get your notes out and let's get started. Our bell ringer today is a simple one. What do you know about France? We'll do section 1, you'll have an assignment. And our learning objectives today are to identify the problems people of France were facing and to analyze the tennis court oath. So, French society. France was divided into three social classes called estates. This is known as the Ancien Regime or the Old Order. Broken into these three estates. The first estate is your clergy, that makes about 1% of the population. They have wealth and privileges, they own 10% of the lands of France, and they pay no taxes. The second estate is the nobility, which is about 2%. They have top government jobs in the army, courts, and the church. They also pay no taxes. The third estate is everybody else, 97% of the French population. This includes the bourgeoisie or the middle class, peasants, urban workers. They had very few rights. They resented the privileged classes, and they're the ones paying all the taxes. Doesn't make sense. The people that have the least amount of money are paying the most in taxes. So there's going to be an economic crisis, and this is going to add to social unrest and tension. Some causes behind this include like deficit spending, so they're spending more than bringing in, costly wars, bad harvests that are going to see cost of food increase and hunger increase. Necker is going to come in front of the Estates General or the legislative body and suggest that they should tax the first and second estate to help, deal with the deficit. They dismiss him because they're like, no taxes. And again, the Estates General is this legislative body of representatives of the three estates. Each estate only gets one vote. So a bit more on the Estates General. Again, each estate only gets one vote. Going into this, each estate prepared a list of grievances that were written in cahiers or notebooks, calling for things like fair taxes, freedom of the press, regular meetings of the Estates General. Reasonable things. Well, the conflict on how to count the votes, whether it be by class or by head, resulted in the Third Assembly literally leaving the Estates General and forming the National Assembly, which represented all people. They wanted to create a constitution, and some clergy members and nobility did join. But as this is going on, royal troops are going to gather around Paris, and people are starting to think, well, is Louis about to dissolve the National Assembly? They met in a tennis court because they were locked out of their regular meeting place. And so they signed the tennis court oath, basically saying, we're not going to stop meeting until we solve these things. So this is all going to come to a head in July of 1789. The Bastille, or fortress turned prison, is going to be raided by the peasants and the lower classes. They're going to demand for weapons and gunpowder that they thought were stored there. There wasn't any. French troops are going to fire on the crowd and a battle will ensue. The crowd will break through, find no weapons, but release all the prisoners from the Bastille. The Bastille became a symbol of abuse and tyranny, and the anniversary of this became France's National Independence Day, also known as Bastille Day. All right, that's it for notes for today. You're going to go do the Three Estates booklet, which is on paper, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.